Yes, so hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafi, and coming up in this edition, we're going to look at how some Black Stars players performed for their respective clubs in preseason matches that was played in Europe, and Mohammed Salisu was in action for AS Monaco as they beat the almighty Spanish champions, that is Barcelona, to win a cup that was played in preseason. So we're talking about it right here on Sports Updates Ghana. Also coming up, well, two of Black Stars players, that is Mohammed Kudus and defender Joseph Edu, met in a match that was played between West Ham United and Celta Vigo, and I'll be telling you how that one also went down, as well as how Ghana's midfielder, that is Arsenal Amankwa, fared in his first match for Norwich City in the EFL. Also, we have update on Thomas Partey. Is he staying at Arsenal or is he leaving? More coming up right here on Sports Update Ghana. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So now let's get right into it and start off with the match that saw Ghana's defender Mohammed Salisu helping AS Monaco to beat Barcelona by 3-0. Yes, AS Monaco beat Barcelona by 3-0 to win the Joan Gamper Trophy, which was played last night, and AS Monaco put up a decent performance to stop Barcelona in this particular game. Mohammed Salisu started the match and played the entire 90 minutes of action to ensure that AS Monaco defeated Barcelona, and the likes of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, the likes of Rafinha were all not able to get past Mohammed Salisu and the AS Monaco defenders to score even an offside goal in the game. So yes, the Ghanaian defender Mohammed Salisu put up a decent performance in that match. Well, AS Monaco scored all their goals in the second half after a barren first half. Kamara scored the first goal, and Mbolo scored the second goal, and Mawisa scored the final goal to make it 3-0 for AS Monaco as they beat Barcelona to win this particular trophy. Well, after the match, Ghana's defender Mohammed Salisu took to Instagram to express his joy of winning a game against Barcelona, and this is how Salisu captioned his post on social media. The Ghanaian defender wrote, "A good way to end the preseason. Well done, lads." And that is what Mohammed Salisu wrote, expressing how he feels to have beaten the almighty Spanish champions Barcelona in this preseason friendly against them. So let's go on and do some more and talk about another Ghanaian players who were in action, and that involved the likes of Mohammed Kudus and Joseph Edu, who met in West Ham's game against Celta Vigo. Well, West Ham won the game on penalty shootout by 8-7 after the game ended 2-2 in full time. Mohammed Kudus started the match and was substituted later in the 88th minute, but shortly before he was substituted, Joseph Edu also came on as a substitute in the 72nd minute for Celta Vigo. This was how the match panned out. So Mohammed Kudus started the match. Jarrod Bowen scored the first goal with an assist from Lucas Paqueta, but the Spanish club, that is Celta Vigo, got the equalizer in the 21st minute through Ristic. Then Lucas Paqueta combined with Jarrod Bowen again to score the second goal to make it 2-1 just before halftime. Well, in the second half, around the 67th minute, that was when Duran scored for Celta Vigo to make the game 2-2. The game later proceeded to penalty shootout, where West Ham won the game by 8-7 against Celta Vigo in the game. So that was how Mohammed Kudus, West Ham, beat Joseph Edu, Celta Vigo in that particular match. Joseph Edu had a very, very tough season last time. Well, he was involved in a number of injuries that made him be on the sideline for a long time, but he's now back to full fitness, and we expect to see Joseph Edu in action more for Celta Vigo in the Spanish La Liga. For Mohammed Kudus is continuing his good form in preseason. We are not seeing him scoring goals. Maybe he is keeping all his goals for this weekend when the Premier League returns. Well, let's go on and do some more, because Ghanaian midfielder that is Amankwa was in action for Norwich City as they came up against Oxford United in the English Championship. It was Amankwa's first game for Norwich City since joining them from RB Salzburg, and the Ghanaian defender put up a decent performance despite Norwich losing the game by 2-0 against Oxford United. Amankwa came up in the second half to play 45 minutes of action in the match. He was involved in a number of action in midfield, just as you can see on your screens, and the Ghanaian player was a delight to watch in the game. Only that he got a yellow card for a decent in the game, but Amankwa put up a decent performance for Norwich City. It's good that we have another Ghanaian player that we can monitor over there in the English league, except for him playing in the English Championship. But if you don't know Amankwa, he made his debut for the Black Stars recently in our matches that we played in the year 2024, and Amankwa came through the ranks of playing for Ghana Premier League side WAFA, that is West Africa Football Academy, before joining the Austrian club that is RB Salzburg. And prior to his departure from Salzburg, he was playing for them in the UEFA Champions League. So you would ask, why will he leave Salzburg to come and play for Norwich City? And it all has to do with game time and getting more exposure, and that is what the youngster is bent on doing in the English Championship with Norwich. So this season we are going to watch more of Amankwa with Norwich City in the English Championship. But let's wrap it all up with Thomas Partey and his Arsenal saga. Is Thomas Partey staying with Arsenal or is he leaving? Well, I can confirm that Thomas Partey is staying with the Gunners, that is Arsenal, for the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Thomas Partey has been linked with several moves to Saudi Arabia, the Italian Serie A, and all that. I can tell you that Thomas Partey is not leaving because he has been registered by Arsenal to play in the Premier League. But despite that, at the 9th hour, you could see him move. But as of now, Mikel Arteta doesn't have any plans of selling Thomas Partey, and in fact, Mikel Arteta has Thomas Partey in his plans, and he's ready to cook in the Premier League this season and hopefully chase for the Premier League title that has eluded them for the past 2-3 seasons, that coach Pep Guardiola has always been the one getting to win the Premier League with Man City. This time Mikel Arteta was to do and make sure that Arsenal wins it, and Partey will play a key role in that. Well, Partey was in action for Arsenal as they wrap up their preseason, and they played in the Emirates Cup match final, and it was a match between Olympique Lyon versus Arsenal. Thomas Partey was involved in the action, and he was able to play 77 minutes of action before he was substituted. He had one shot on target in the match and was rated 4.1 for his performance in the game. Arsenal scored all their goals in the first half. It was William Saliba who scored the first goal for Arsenal in the 9th minute, before Brazilian defender, that is Gabriel, scored the final goal in the 27th minute to hand Arsenal the 2-0 lead that they managed to beat Olympique Lyon to win the Emirates Cup. So Thomas Partey played a key role in that, and the news is that Thomas Partey is not leaving Arsenal anytime soon. Well, that's our wrap up here on Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafia. Come your way with another episode of Sports Update Ghana. Thanks for doing the watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. I'll see you on the flip side. I'm out.